Okay, how's it going, everyone? So today I'm going to be comparing Openclaw versus Hermes, the AI agents that are dedicated as an AI assistant by the community. And both of them are essentially a tool that can't be working on their own. So that's why we need to connect them to a a model. And in this experiment, I'm going to be connecting them to ChatGPT 5.5 with medium effort. And we have three use cases that I would like to compare. So the first one is going to be a request for proposal searching and report writing. So what I'm interested in here is that the agent capability to do the web search, get the data, compile the data, and write a formatted document. And the second one is kind of similar, but this one is not really a web search capability, but more about its capability of reading the content locally and then convert that into a formatted document. And in this case, it's the PPTx. And the third one is the coding capability. So for this time, I'm not interested in landing page or robotics programming, but I'm more interested in the gaming to see whether both of them can produce sufficient kind of output. So without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, so I'm going to ask both of them the same prompt to find 5 RFPs, requests for proposals about robotics and AI in the UK, compile the results, write the documents using the OCX format. And it's the same with Openclaw as well. Okay, now I'm gonna press enter for both of them. Okay, and let's wait for the results. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm quite happy with Hermes already. As you can see that it navigates to www.findtender.surface.gov.uk. So it means we're really seeing what's happening in the background. On Openclaw, on the other hand, I haven't seen anything. It's happening in the background, but what it is exactly, we don't really know. Now, if we have a look at the tokens, since in the beginning, we've got, so it has been 37K out of 272K. Whilst this one is, yes, similar. Yeah, it's pretty much similar. But we can kind of see what's happening in the background. So, yeah. Let's wait for the results then. Okay, so this is the results from Openclaw because it's finished earlier and the format is quite interesting. It's got summary in the beginning. And how many pages are there? There are, well, I can't really see it, can I? Oh, there are 7 pages. Okay, so it also recommends some prioritization, which is actually great. So there's a healthcare, and then for the strong near-term pipeline signals. Yeah, I think this is great. Yeah, I think this is great. Well, essentially, it's using the same model anyway, right? But the difference between Openclaw and Hermes is that, it's the process in the background. And we're going to have to look at the token here. So this is, this is Hermes, so not real relevant. What we want is, where are you? Okay, so it started off 96 and now 84. So which means we lost around 12% for the report writing using Openclaw. Okay. Okay, it's finally finished. It took awfully lots of long time, that's what I mean. And it is here. Oh, there you go. Okay, it's already here, yeah. So I don't need to copy everything then. Okay, yep. Let me open the file. And this is the results. I like this better. Well, sorry, I'm not supposed to be biased, right? But this is awesome. Okay. Yeah, I'm biased. It's only 4 pages, and I think the characters are smaller. You talk about proposals, you talk about money, okay? And yeah, so this is the results. I'm not really sure about you, but yeah, I'm gonna let you decide. Now let's talk about the token usage. Is this one? Yes, this is the one. So I'm gonna refresh, and this is using more. So earlier we got 12%, and this is 20%. I think it's because of it's doing a lot of awfully coding and then refine the code. I guess maybe the reason why is because it believes that it's going to go back to this task again. So it wants to make sure that in the beginning, um, it it's perfecting the code to do the same task. So as you can see that, right, this is the create RFP documents.py. So I think that's what Hermes is doing. Okay, so let's go ahead to the second task then. Okay, for the second task, it's gonna be read a PDF and then create a presentation out of it. And the format of the presentation is gonna be PPTx. So it's the same for the Openclaw as well. So in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and click press enter, and let's see the results. Okay, so Openclaw has finished earlier, and I got the results over here. Okay, so well, it's actually somewhere else, but you know, it's actually quite hard to find. So it's actually in here. Openclaw workspace, and then where is it? Okay, Openclaw OpenVLA presentation.pptx, as you can see here. So I can't really open that, right? Because I can't access that through the file manager. So I decided to copy this to the main kind of a folder. All right, okay. So I got it open here. Okay, let me start over. I think that's easier, right? So it's here. And this is basically the result from Hermes. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, so this is the result from Hermes agent, but we're not interested in that yet. We are interested in Openclaw. So let's have a look. Yep. Okay, I like the fact that it did the screenshot and then include that to the presentation, which is actually quite great. Okay, it included some numbers. How many slides are there? 10 slides. Takeaways. It's a bit bland, sorry. And I mean, you know, yeah, it's white and lots of writings, but it does look like a presentation, right? Let's have a look at the usage. Okay, so I'm gonna refresh this, and it started off at 84%. Now it's 47%, so that means it's around 37%. I think so. Yeah, 37%. Is that true? So I got it. Okay. Yeah. 37% for the PDF. Now, let's have a look at the result from Hermes agent. This is the one, I believe. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not supposed to be biased. I'm just gonna state the obvious here. The format, it's much more well formatted, right? And it's included the some evaluation, which is great. And again, what I really like from both of them is that they took screenshots and then included that to the PDF, which is very important. Okay, so yep, that's the results. How about the usage? Okay, so not this one, but is this the one? Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. Ooh, this is interesting. 73%. So we started off at 80%. It's only 7%. 7%. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's go ahead do the third test. Okay, so for the third test, it's gonna be to create a web-based Pacman game and then run the web server so that I can access the result through the browser. The game, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, yeah, it's the same for the Openclaw. So I think this time is Openclaw's turn to run first. So I'm gonna go ahead and press enter, and it's the same for the Hermes agent. Okay, let's wait for the result then. But in the meantime, let's have a look at the let's remind ourselves about the usage for the Openclaw. We've got 47% remaining, and for the Openclaw, sorry, not Openclaw, Hermes agent, we got 73% remaining. Okay, all right, let's wait for the results. Okay, Openclaw finished first as usual. I'm gonna copy the link. Open. Can I do this? Interesting. I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna click start. And how can I play this then? Where am I? Okay. This one? Can I press? Oh no, I can't do this. Okay, so it essentially hits the wall. Okay. Okay, the button is not working. None of them is working. So yeah, but okay. But it does look cool though. I think with a couple of prompts, I think we can get it right. Yep. Okay. Let's wait. Oh, before that, let's have a look at the usage. Not this one. And got so many window open. Oh, 36. So earlier we've got like I don't remember. 55%, right? Yes, 55%. And now we got 50%. So we got 36 now. It's quite a lot of token now. I'm gonna have to rewind the video to make sure that we got the right number. So we got 47%. Now we got 36% of the from the Openclaw. So that means it used 11% to create this cool looking website with the broken buttons. Okay, let's have a look at the results from the Hermes agent then. Okay, so this Hermes agent, it looks better. No, I'm not supposed to be that biased. It looks different, yeah? Okay, let's do a little bit of a comparison. So this is from Openclaw and this is from Hermes. So I'm gonna click start and... Ooh, the button works! The button works! Yay! Okay. What should I do then? Okay, so the button works, right? Yeah, okay, so what happened if I just hit the enemy here? Okay. Okay, no, I can't do this. Okay, so yeah, it works. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, let's have a look at the token usage. So this is 69%. Okay, so earlier we've got 77%, now we got 69%. And that works out 77%, 69. So 8%. 8%. Okay. Well, I guess maybe yeah, well, I guess you guys can conclude which one is better, right? Okay, so yeah, let's go to the conclusion then. So based on what we've seen so far from the first test, we can kind of tell that the result from both of them were actually great. But me personally, I would say that the result from Openclaw was a little bit more like an engineer drafted a report based on what they found, and the report was kind of it was almost there, but not really there yet. And of course, if we have a look at the usage, Openclaw in this case won because it uses less token compared to the Hermes. But the result for Hermes is more ready to be presented to the user. Now, I made a mistake earlier saying that Openclaw results didn't include the amount of funding, but actually it did, but not in the, you know, like not in the pleasant format. So it mentioned about 750B, so pound sterling. So I would say I'm not really happy, but some people they're actually happy with it. So yeah, but for Hermes, it um it included the numbers, like a proper numbers, like a 6 digit, for instance, with the currency as well. So and also it produced less pages, but I can guess that maybe it's because of maybe the font is smaller than the result from Openclaw. So yeah, I guess this is I would say Hermes will win. No, I would say it's a draw, right? Because Openclaw used less token. So this is a bit wrong. Okay. And for the second test, the result from Hermes was actually much more pleasant to look because as you can see, it's got colored layout and then it presented the results and the benchmark results straight from the paper. Both of them, however, they included the screenshot of the paper to the presentation. And in terms of the usage, interestingly enough, for the presentation that is much more ready to be presented and much more polished, Hermes used less token compared to Openclaw. So yeah. And for the Pacman web-based game, again, in my opinion, of course, Hermes is better, right? It's much more polished and it used less token as well, and the buttons worked. Yeah. And for Openclaw, oh yeah, this is very important. This is wrong as well. So yeah, I forgot. So after I did the editing, um, I found out that the results from Openclaw, the character actually can eat the food, but it passed through the wall, and the buttons on screen or the keyboard, they both didn't work. So there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this is useful. And until then, I'll see you later.